Senator Alvarado-Gil.
Thank you, Ms. President. I want to show gratitude and rise in support of Senate Resolution 78. Gratitude to my colleagues from Yolo, Baldwin Park, Pasadena, Merced, Los Angeles, Santa Ana, and Santa Monica, who so gracefully brought the memories of history forward. I also stand in solemn remembrance of the men and women and children who were confined to the Manzanar War Relocation Center in Inyo County in my district. Sitting in the backdrop of Sierra Nevadas and in the Owens Valley, there was more than 10,000 Japanese Americans who were uprooted from their homes during World War II and were brought to this remote valley under a government order. As conservatives, we believe deeply in the Constitution of the United States, and we believe in limited government, individual liberty, and equal protection under the law. We also understand that executive orders, particularly during wartime, are not always have the intent or the impact that they were intended to do. And I think this is precisely the convictions as conservatives that we must speak honestly about this chapter of our history. We do remember the Issei elders who had already faced discrimination long before the war. We remember the Nisei youth who pledged allegiance to the country who would imprison them, and many who went on to serve the distinction of the U.S. military. We remember the families who stood in long lines for meals and children who tried to make sense of their new reality. And yet, even in detention, behind barbed wires and under watchtowers, we saw the resilience. Families built schools, parents taught their children faith, discipline, and love for the country and their culture. The children's spirit endured, and even when America was in turmoil. Remembering Manzanar is not about diminishing our nation, it's about strengthening it, because patriotism does not require silence about our mistakes. It requires the courage to learn from them. And if we cherish freedom, we must guard it carefully, especially in moments of fear and certainly in times of war. May the Manzanar National Historic Site stand as a reminder that security and liberty must walk together, that constitutional limits matter most when they are hardest to keep, and that every American, regardless of heritage, is entitled to full protection under the law. I encourage an aye vote on this resolution. Thank you.
Senator Dr. Weber Pearson.
Thank you, Madam President. I rise on behalf of the California Legislature